Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my kitchen here on this lovely Saturday night where we are just beginning a snowstorm here in mid-state New York. And I am just here preparing supper because, well, really, there's nothing else to do. This is a no-brainer dish. This is one of those dishes that we see on TikTok that get like about 10 million views. And of course, when I make it, then I'll be lucky if I get 1,000 views. But nonetheless, the important thing is it looks really tasty and it's very, very simple. It's the type of dish that even your kids would probably not pass up. It's called Cheeseburger Rice. And that's really no more than just a mash pretty much of ground beef, rice, and cheese. And so who doesn't like that? And we are preparing it in one of my favorite kitchen users, a vintage cast iron skillet. So let's get started with the ground beef. Yeah, the TikTok video described this as $10 meals your kids won't throw on the floor. Because, yeah, not many kids will pass up on hamburger. And it's really no more than a matter of just getting this ground beef cooked well enough so that there's no pink. And especially since we're doing this in a cast iron pan, that won't take long at all. Some salt, some ground pepper, maybe a lot of ground pepper because I love ground pepper. A little bit of onion powder. Did I say onion? This is garlic powder. And my secret ingredients, smoked paprika. Ever since I discovered smoked paprika, yeah, I've had something of an unhealthy relationship with it. Here's a hint for those of you who have not tried smoked paprika. This is the stuff that gives barbecue chips their barbecue flavor. All of those barbecue chips, even the brand name ones. Also gives some nice color too, as you can see. Throw in some fresh onions. See, I am using fresh ingredients. I mean, really, this is the point where I could just throw in some pasta and make hamburger helper. That's how easy this is. And of course, if you want to add your own spices to the ground beef, you certainly can. I mean, it's ground beef. Spice it the way you want. And now from here, let's add 1 cup of rice. And mix it all together. That was jasmine rice for the record. Essentially any really long grain rice should work. And now for our liquid, which is 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And here's the point where people often say you can't cook tomatoes in cast iron. This is a well-seasoned cast iron pan. I've been using this pan for more than the past 10 years. I've occasionally had to re-season it, but it has definitely built up a good amount of seasoning. So no, the tomatoes are not going to ruin the seasoning. 1.5 cups of beef broth. Doesn't that look lovely? However, now that we have all of this mixed together, at this point, turn the heat down to low. Put on a lid and let it simmer for about maybe 15 minutes. Hi there, and welcome back to part 2 of our cheeseburger rice. This rice has been simmering on the stove for looks like about maybe 15 or 16 minutes or so. As you can see, we've got steam escaping and everything. So let us see how it looks so far. All right, there we go. Put this back on. Not bad so far. Well, it looks like I think I could turn this up a little bit more now because it looks like the rice is done. Although I think I better sample it just to be sure. Come on, there we go. Because you have to taste your cooking. So far, so good. The rice is done, which means now, time for the cheese. Cheese. About a cup of cheese. That's what's wrong with a big amount of cheese. Mix all this together. I'm using extra sharp cheddar because I love the, well, cheese flavor. Top it with more cheese, shall we? Spread this out. And once we have this done, into the oven this goes now to melt and brown the cheese. All right, and with any luck, it should only take a few minutes or so to brown the cheese. And here it is, our cheeseburger rice. It is, of course, piping hot, and probably should let it cool a little bit before actually serving it, but nonetheless, we definitely accomplished what we set out to do.